10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good morning. My name is Robin Matutino, and on behalf of the co-pastors and our board of trustees, we welcome you to Kobe Memorial Temple and our Sunday service. To begin our service, Dennis Albert will light 3 lights, symbolizing the unity of body, mind, and spirit. And if you'll please rise for our opening prayer and remain standing for our first hymn. Infinite Intelligence. Thank you for the energy and the love that fills this building today. We ask that only the highest and best come through for each and every person here today. We ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and so it is. Amen. All right, so our first hymn will be with our vocalist, Jamie Osman.
It's page 44, higher ground.
Oh, sorry. Oops. Still praying down, Lord, plant my feet on holy ground. Lord, let me know it's strength by faith on down, Lord, plant my feet on holy ground. My heart has known something to stay when doubts arise and fear dismay. Though some may dwell, these are bound. My prayer by aid is higher ground. Lord, lift me up by faithful hand. Bound, Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. I want to make of the world how angry darts at me are hurled. For faith has come, gentle sound, the song of day, on higher ground. Lord, lift me up by faith on him. My feet on higher ground. I want to skate the utmost high and catch a gleam of glory bright, but still my praise down. Lord, lead me on to higher ground. Lord, lift me up, it's done by faithful hand. Found, Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Thank you. You may be seated.
All right, located on the handout or in the front cover of your hymnal are our Declaration of Principles. Please join with me in reciting the principles together. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomenon of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact scientifically proven by the phenomenon of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule, whatsoever ye would that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. We affirm the moral responsibility of the individual and that he makes his own happiness or unhappiness as he obeys or disobeys nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing contained in the Bible are divine attributes proven through mediumship. The healing prayer is located in the back of your hymnal. Please recite with me the prayer for spiritual healing. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and the power of God. And now for those who would wish to receive spiritual healing, please take a seat along the walls and go to the next available healer. And while the healers work, the rest of us will join in a guided meditation. So if you will all find a comfortable spot, clear your laps, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Just find a comfortable position. With each breath that you take, focus on your body sitting in the chair, relaxing a bit more with each exhale. Focus attention to allow your breathing to relax into a steady, comfortable rhythm. With your mind, check in with your body from the top of your head, scanning down your body in any area that you feel tension. Mentally send the thought to that area to relax. We are all divine, eternal, spiritual beings experiencing life in a body. Bring to mind our ability to use our imagination to intentionally create healing energy. Imagine and visualize a brilliant, sparkling, yet warm and comfortable white light descending from the universe down in a beam of light that goes directly to the top of your head. And see that light forming a bubble of light completely encircling your being. Visualize and sense the presence all around the room of powerful healing angels. They're lining the walls and completely encircling us in their love. Have the intention to accept this healing in any area of your life and any area of your body that it is needed. Sense the feeling of a pure, unconditional love coming from these angels and filling up your bubble with healing energies. With an intention to share this healing love, imagine a shining healing ray of light going from you out into the world, and to all of your loved ones and friends and neighbors, and to all people. Visualize that with the intention to do so, you can send this healing ray of light from your heart to cover our entire planet and to make it available to every human being, every animal, plant, every crystal. From this place of love and sharing, have the thought that you want to invite your loved ones in the spirit world, your teachers, your angels, to all join you here in this healing. Ask them to impress on our message bearer this morning the highest and clearest messages for you at this point in time. Thank these spiritual guides and guardians in advance for the messages that they have come here to share with you. Hold the idea within your heart that healing is being received in every cell and every level of your being. Now think about your body sitting here in the chair. Breathe deeply with the intention to accept the healing occurring and to begin to feel your body, your feet on the floor. And as you bring yourself to full awareness of being here in this room, wiggle your feet or your fingers, your toes, and feel yourself all the way back into your body. Know that any healing may still be occurring as you receive messages, and when you feel ready, open your eyes and return your awareness to this room. If you received a healing resulting in the correction or improvement, please complete one of these yellow cards. You can find them back there on the table. There should be one in your hymnal, and you can also give it back to the pastor or place it in the collection plate. These are very valuable for our healers, who, by the way, this morning our healers were Debra Gamberg, Marty Hadaway, Darlene McCormick, Daryl Demerit, Lori Carter, and Marie Gates. So please, if you've received a healing, they love to get this feedback, and it's important for our students as well. And now, number 9, I love to tell the story. If you'll please stand for our next hymn.
I love to tell the story of the things of above, of angels and melodies, of angels and it satisfies my longing as nothing else can do. I love to tell the story when we of angels and I love to tell the story. It's only thing that these are dreams. That's the reason I tell the stories. I love to tell the stories. Of angels and I love to tell the story. To know it's there. The reading all those stories that I love to tell the stories. Of angels. Thank you. You may be seated.
Okay, now it's time for me to introduce to you our speaker for today. Debra Jordan is a native of Louisville, Kentucky. She moved to Florida in 2004, developed an interest in spirit, and due to early childhood experiences has continued a journey, lifelong journey, of helping others on the path of healing and self-discovery. Debra discovered Cassadaga Camp in 2006 and was certified as an SCSCMA certified medium and healer in 2015. She is continuing her quest to further her development and knowledge and serves as our newest Board of Trustees member. I would like to introduce to you this morning, Debra Jordan.
Well, good morning. I'd like to begin by expressing gratitude for each of you that are joining us today and also for giving me this opportunity to be your speaker. I would like to also express gratitude for my dear mother who's joining me this morning. This is one of her first times for being with us. So she is no doubt a pillar of strength and has been an inspiration to me. Okay, this is a somber day for my family and I, actually. 5 years ago today, and I'll do this as best I can without breaking a tear. 5 years ago today, we lost a significant person in our lives, my grandson. He had just turned 24 years old and he was killed in a car accident. So when I was asked about speaking today, I was somewhat apprehensive to know if I could even do that or not, right? So, but after a lot of prayer and meditation, I decided that there was really no better way to be able to honor and honor his life and pay tribute than to honor his memory and his eternal presence in our lives. So here we are. As I reflected on topics that I felt compelled to speak about today, purpose, hope, and healing seemed appropriate. Oops, sorry, maybe I'll get this adjusted here just to add. Okay. Hope is as essential to life as air and water. We need hope to cope. Hope comes from having a sense of purpose. Our life is about a journey filled with hope. Perhaps one day I'll write a book on the journey with hope. Perhaps it is my belief that we begin our journey knowingly or perhaps on a subconscious level, yearning to deepen our faith and our connection with God, the Christ consciousness, our purpose, and role in this life. We are all on a journey of healing and self-discovery, one that supports our personal and our spiritual growth and a path to our purpose. My belief is that each of us represent a critical piece of God's divine plan. You're not an accident. Your parents may not have planned you, but God did. You are alive because God wanted to create you. The Bible says, the Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. You saw me before I was born, and you scheduled each day of my life before I began to breathe. Every day was recorded in your book. He planned all for his purpose. We all have life experiences and family dynamics which shape and mold us into the adults that we are. Some of us have grown up in families overshadowed by the chaos of addiction. Some perhaps raised by surrogates in the absence of our biological parents. Some exposed to volatile situations that perhaps left lasting impacts upon our lives. There are many challenges in the dynamics of the family, all of which have a direct correlation as to who we are, how we perceive and process information, and how we interact with others. My family, like many others, was fractured at an early age with the separation of my home life, coupled with the absence of a strong spiritual foundation. I, like many, had an eternal and internal drive for survival. Although I was driven to understand and connect with God and the Holy Spirit, I had a difficult time aligning with some of the teachings. As I transitioned to adulthood, I drifted away from the idea of religion. Later in life, to be consumed with family, career, and material things, I lost focus on what truly satisfied my sense of self or my purpose. Seeking all the things that were of my plan and not God's plan. In the late 80s, and after a number of life-altering experiences, I found myself sitting in a nearby church, praying for answers that ultimately led me down a path of hope, healing, self-discovery, and a sense of purpose. It is through our pain that we seek understanding of what life is trying to teach us. A popular quote by Pierre de Chardin, a favorite mystic of the 20th century, wrote, "We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience." Simple but profound statement that reminds us that we are so much more than our physical bodies and everyday lives. When we can recognize this, it helps us to see the world and our place in it from a different perspective. We are all connected, and we are all on a journey back to our real homes. Regardless of our individual beliefs, we can all find comfort in knowing that we are not alone on this journey. Being spiritual is more than just attending places of worship. It's about developing a relationship with the divine, whatever that may look like for you. For some, it may mean communicating with God through prayer and meditation. Others may find a spiritual connection in nature, or through performing acts of service, or through worship services. There is no right or wrong way to find your sense of spirituality. God created you because He loves you. When you live life from a spiritual perspective, you open yourself to limitless possibilities. You become attuned to the energies that are around you, and you begin to see the world through renewed eyes. Life becomes an opportunity for growth and transformation. We become more patient, compassionate, understanding. It is an endless journey of self-discovery and evolution and transformation. The human experience is what makes us human. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions, its memories, dreams, and hopes for the future. It's the good, the bad, the happy and the sad. It's everything that makes us who we are. Each and every one of us has our own personal, unique story to tell. Regardless of our individual stories, we all share one common humanity. We feel pain, joy, love, loss. We all have a desire to be happy, to be free from pain, and to have peace. Through hope, God led me down a path of healing and opening my eyes to a deeper understanding and desire for spiritual truth, self-discovery, forgiveness, healing. My belief is that as we heal our heart, we also heal our mind. The healing process that I have experienced throughout my life is priceless. However, my perception of healing has continued to evolve throughout my journey here in Cassadaga. Through an understanding of spiritual laws, the past no longer has the power that it had over the future. Principle 8 teaches us the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul here or hereafter. The understanding that each of our experiences and the individuals who cross our path serve a significant role in our journey of transformation and healing. They are our teachers, and we are theirs. The 7th principle says, we affirm the moral responsibility of the individual and that he makes his own happiness or unhappiness as he obeys or disobeys nature's physical and spiritual laws. We create the life that we choose. We create experiences to help us learn. And we contribute to our spiritual and our soul growth. We have a choice. We can change our life path if this one no longer serves our highest and best, or we can choose to remain and learn. Our emotions are a valuable part of our human experience. They help us to connect with our feelings and our intuition. Perhaps we could receive this as guidance from the divine or soul telling us what to do. You have the power to move beyond life's strongholds to a place of amazing bliss. Modern-day spiritualism paved the way for one of the greatest religious movements of the 19th century. Many gravitated towards spiritualism because, like many traditional religions, it believed in the immortality of the soul. Unlike traditional religions, it emphasized individualism, free will, equality. Spiritualism evolved to be considered the scientific religion with the help of amazing and scientific pioneers such as Swedenborg. Swedenborg, who would not stop until he had scientific proof of the continuity of life and the soul connection with the divine. To those who subscribe to the ideas of Anton Mesmer, 18th century physician, believed that the body was governed by a magnetic fluid, and when an imbalance occurred, it could cause us all kinds of illnesses. We have no doubt learned the impacts of spiritual healing, prayer, and meditation that we as healers and light workers practice today. Principle 3 affirms that we believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence, God. Those of us who align with spiritualist principles and philosophy and are serving spirit regularly are blessed to experience the beauty of spirit and the ability to touch the lives of others. There are many reasons that people visit Casadega or connect to understand its purpose. Some come out of curiosity. Many who are seeking guidance, connection, and closure with their very precious loved ones. Some looking to deepen their spiritual understanding and a connection with the divine. We as spiritualists, as healers, are called to align with light workers, mediums, and healers across the globe, encouraging people along the path of love, forgiveness, healing, hope, and a sense of purpose. My spiritual gifts have been instrumental throughout my life and my career. Not only did they allow me to support others along the journey, but they also opened me to the vast possibilities and experience of learning and embracing God's plan. The loss of my grandson taught me the true relevance of my spiritual gifts and my true purpose. Life is short and can be taken away at the bat of an eye. We walk around and we look at all of the things that are no longer relevant. They are truly meaningless. God says it perfectly in Ecclesiastes, meaningless, meaningless, says the teacher. Utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless. When we experience the physical loss of our close family or children, it provides a renewed perspective. Today, life has evolved to a focus on healing, serving, and fulfilling God's purpose through a ministry of sharing and touching others who are in need of guidance and healing. Sometimes we have to go full circle before we find our true purpose. I'd like to close with a poem by a fella by the name of Russell Kelfer. This came out of a book called Purpose Driven Life. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of that. But I thought this was quite relevant. You are who you are for a reason. You're part of an intricate plan. You're a precious and perfect, unique design. Called God's special woman or man. You look like you look for a reason. Our God made no mistake. He knit you together within the womb. You're just what he wanted to make. The parents that you had were the ones he chose, and no matter how you may feel, they were custom designed with God's plan in mind, and they bear the master's seal. Know that trauma you faced was not easy, and God wept that it hurt you so. But it was allowed to shape your heart so that into his likeness you'd grow. You are who you are for a reason. You've been formed by the master's rod. You are who you are, beloved, because there is a God. Always remember that you are never alone on this journey. Never lose sight of hope. I would like to give tribute to the culmination of my information today, to my own personal experiences through spiritual leaders such as Rick Warren and Om Swami, who is a spiritual leader. Thank you all for joining us today and allowing me to serve.
Thank you, Deb. That was very lovely. During our musical interlude, we will be passing the basket, and we thank you in advance for your generosity. Our musical interlude will be I Am Not Alone by Carrie Job. Infinite Intelligence, we thank you for the beautiful donations that have been received here this morning. We ask that we be blessed with the donations and that those who donated be blessed and full. All right, I got some announcements for you. Next Wednesday, September the 20th, our message bearer will be the Reverend Don Cassidy. And next Sunday, which is September the 24th, our guest speaker at our 10:30 service will be the Reverend Steve Herman. Every Sunday, we have Adult Lyceum, also known as Sunday School, from 9:30 to 10:15 in the Andrew Jackson Davis Building. Next Sunday, September the 24th, our Lyceum speaker will be the Reverend Don Cassidy. This afternoon, Reverend Phil DeLong will be doing a workshop called Sacred Geometry and You, Vibrational Consciousness and Harmony in Your Life, from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Andrew Jackson Davis Building. Also, next Sunday will be our new member orientation session number 1 from 1 to 2:30. And let me clarify, that's not today, that's next Sunday. To participate in absentee healing, please print the name and first initial of the last name of a loved one, a friend, or even a pet in our healing book that is located back here in the left corner of the temple. Flyers for the camp events are at the back of the temple. We also have activities calendars that look like this. And these are for you to take with you so that you know what's going on for the rest of September and or to give to a friend. On our website, casadega.org, we also have the monthly information as well about all the upcoming events. And if you will please stand for number 162, Spirit Calls Us, for our next hymn.
Thank you. You may be seated.
All right, for the message portion of our service, Deb Jordan will be our message bearer.
Right. So This smile face over here. She's over there talking away. Can I come to you? Can I hear? Yeah, what is your first name? Camilla. Camila. Camila. Gotcha. Thank you. Wow. So Camila, as I'm connecting with your energy, your vibration, I just want to say I get a sense of a person with you. I'm talking about you, that you are a very strong lady. However, what I am getting a sense of too is that I would like to be able to work with your heart. I feel like that there's a lot of sadness in there. As I'm saying that, I do get a sense of a lady that comes in around you. I would say that this person, I'm seeing her as being what we call them a little fluffy. I see her as being a little on the fluffy side. I would say that perhaps, she has maybe a maternal or grandmother vibration about her. I feel like when she's coming in here, she'd be coming in with a lot of love for you, comfort, healing, I feel like she's showing me her communication, her throat, taking me to the area of communication. So maybe perhaps it was difficult for her to speak or to say the things that she wanted to be able to say when she was on the airplane. I'm also getting a sense that she's showing me that for you as well. And that there are some things that are to be said or to be able to communicate. I feel like I'm holding things back and I just need to be able to release them and let them go. I get a sense that that's something that is very important to you. It feels like that's very healing for you. I'm putting some things in the past that aren't serving my future. And so I'm letting some things go that are going to open you up to some new ways of doing things and some healing that's coming your way. I feel like you have a lot going on around you and with you, and I see you in a better place 6 months down the road. And I'll leave that with love and blessings. Thank you. You're so sweet. Let me go over here and do one. Okay. So, I think I have to come to this lady right here, second from the end. Strapless. Yeah, what can I hear your first? This one behind you. Yes, first name? Allison. Oh, Allison. Okay. As I'm connecting with you, I get a sense that, boy, I feel like you're just a go-getter. Like you don't let any grass grow under your feet. You're always on the move, doing things. I see that, and you're very productive at it. Is what I'm hearing here. Spirit usually talks to me in my left ear for some reason, but that's the one. I feel like there's a man that comes in with you. I feel like this would be a man that has a okay, all right. So you know what he's telling me? He's showing me you when you were young. Maybe when you were young, you used to wear your heart on your sleeve. Like maybe you were very sensitive, and he's recognizing that about you. I'm getting a sense that with this particular man that I feel like I would have had something going on with my heart or lungs, like I would have had a cough, a wheeze, got something going on here. Okay, he's giving me cold chills. And so he's telling me that you are a very meaningful person to him in his life, vice versa, actually, he's saying. So he really may have doted over you and been, you would have been maybe very special to him, as well as he to you. And so he's just showing me that you've really grown up to be quite a young lady, that you wear your heart on your sleeve. And he might have teased you a little bit too, he says, like joked around, teased you. That was his way of getting your attention and making you laugh, okay? So as he's coming in here with you, I really sense that there's a heart connection with you. And he's telling me that you, growing up and you've grown up to be quite a young lady, he's also acknowledging your sense of the way you work with others, help others, and do for others, your compassion. And you also have a creative flair with you. So don't stress so much, he says. You're really spending too much time up here. You're worrying way too much. It feels like what he's saying here is that things are going to open up for you and pave the way for all those beautiful gifts that you have and those beautiful experiences to be able to touch other people in lives. And I'm gonna leave that with love and blessings. Okay, love coming in here with them. Okay, I'll do one over here. All right, okay, let's see here. I think I need to come in to, feel Spirit's leading me to this young lady right here with the long hair, gray shirt. Can I hear your first name? No. Oh my goodness. You don't want to talk to Spirit? Spirit, they want to talk to you. All right, well, if you don't want to, that's okay. All right. How about this lady sitting next to you? Can I hear your first name? Yes. Jane? Jenny. All right. Jenny, I have a very strong lady that's in your vibration. I get a sense with her that, well, she too was a pillar of strength. I think she had a lot of strength about her. She also was one of those people that, whatever was on her mind, she didn't mind saying it. She would speak kind of what was on her mind. If she says to me that it's better out than in, okay, so that's her words, like better out than in. I just need to be able. So she actually is very motherly too. So when she was on the airplane, she really took care of people. She looked out for people. She didn't want anyone to be have any disservice or unjust. It felt like she was just one of those people that really wanted to take care of everybody and make sure that everybody was safe and happy. As she's coming in here, you're a little like her. She's telling me that you have a lot of those same similar characteristics. She is telling me that you work too hard. Yeah. She says you work too hard, and that it's really important for you to take some time to play. Okay. Just a little bit more. I feel like, I do like to give as much as I can about Spirit. I feel like I feel like I've got something going on here with her as well, but I have a taste of medicine. So maybe she was having some illness or something that would have caused her to be on medications and things like that. So she's just telling me that. So I wanted to be able to say that too, to kind of help to identify her a little bit more. So she's telling me that you're a very strong person. You have a need to be able to work a little bit less, have a little bit more play, and do some things that are important to you. She also says there's something about, I don't know, maybe there's something she may have enjoyed doing things outdoors or working outdoors, or she's speaking about that with you. It feels like there's some things that she's showing me, maybe even taking a hiking trip, or going out, doing things out in nature. It feels like that's very balancing for you. And so she's bringing that forward, because I think she worries about you. She wants you to take more time for you, and not be working so hard. All right. And I want to leave that with love and blessings. All right. Thank you all very, very much.
We'd like to remind everyone that we will have our afternoon message service today from 12 to 12:30 here in Colby Temple, where a group of mediums and student mediums will be giving spirit greetings to as many individuals as they can reach during approximate 30 minutes. Everyone is welcome, and we encourage you to visit our bookstore, which is open from 11:30 to 5 today, and open Monday through Saturdays from 10 to 6. And if you'll please rise for our closing hymn, number 203, Let There Be Peace on Earth.
Okay. Let there be peace on earth, and let there be peace with me. Let And let peace begin with me, let this be without.
Infinite intelligence, we thank you so much for this meeting this morning and for all the love and blessings that we've received here. We ask that all these people have a beautiful day and take a little bit of this energy into their lives. And this we ask in all sincerity and honesty, and so it is. Amen. Thank you all.